In the morning, if you have a flight that day, when you wake up, the first thing that comes into your mind is one term. One term. A pilot, yes, is the first person who will think of flying an airplane. The first day you think about it. And the first day you go and command an aircraft, you become a captain. About 10 miles, the color will start changing. It solidifies. It comes closer. Then you'll be given an advisor. You may hear traffic. I went to school in a place called Rhamu, in Mandera County. When you first join the school as a student pilot, you'll be given one. You must train this pilot to an extent that you can trust them with your mother. You can trust them with your life. So extreme cases might bring some structural damage to the aircraft, but you will not fall.
Yes.
You will be told, we are sorry, we will close the counter.
Yes.
And the aircraft is just here, you can see it. The passengers that you would have flown with are here. So the guys are telling you, sorry, we are sorry. And they will do nothing about it. You should always have a lot of respect for time. You look down into the sea and you find the aircraft is upside down. If you had the passion to be a pilot, but you could not attain the grades, all is not lost.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to Mahdi Show. Today we are taking to you to the skies, literally. We are hosting an experienced captain pilot. He's going to explain what the difference is. And Abdirahman Mohammed Sankor. And he's going to tell us stories from the cockpit. Personally, I've never been to the cockpit. I don't know what goes on there. But hopefully one of these fine days I'm going to fly with him and see what the cockpit looks like. It looks like a lot of lights there. And welcome, Captain. Should I call you Captain or should I call you Pilot? Which one should I call you? Personally, I don't know the difference.
Captain is a pilot.
Captain is a pilot.
It's a pilot.
And a pilot is a captain.
The pilot, yeah. So, thank you so much. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes.
As you just mentioned, my name is Captain Abdirahman Mohammed Sankor. I'm a pilot.
Not a captain?
I am a captain. We will go actually and talk about the difference.
Yes.
So maybe a pilot, yes, is the first person who will think of flying an airplane. The first day you think about it. And the first day you go and command an aircraft, you become a captain. Then even maybe you have heard a lot about solo flying.
Yes.
When you do that solo flight, you are a captain of that aeroplane. Because now it is you and the aeroplane. A captain means a commander.
Yes.
But now, later on, when you finish the trainings, you get your commercial pilot license, you join an airline, you will start now as a first officer.
First officer.
As first officer is a pilot.
And a captain.
Yes. A first officer is a pilot. But now that is where the ranking begins when you join the airline. So you'll be a first officer, or maybe in some cases, second officer. So when you join there, and you do a lot of flights, you get a lot of experiences, you get what we call ATPL, it's a pilot license of a higher rank, that is now the highest you gain. Is now when, again, you might be promoted to be a captain again. So a captain can have those dynamics and at different levels.
Okay. Second officer, when you're second officer, does it mean that there will be two more? The captain?
First officer.
First officer?
The second officer.
Second officer.
Yes. In some places.
So which means you come even under the second officer?
Correct.
First officer. That's like a nursery.
It's not something that is commonly used.
Okay. Nice to know. A little bit of, before you go to your background, and let's talk about the dressing. You guys wear very nice clothes, and is there a distinctive meaning for the way you dress, especially these the stripes and the colors, and is there anything behind it?
Yes, the dress code is something that defines who the person is. For example, now if you get into a hospital, you will be able to know the difference between a patient,
a nurse,
and a nurse or a doctor. So that is the first thing that defines. So when you get into that hospital, you are not trusting that person because you do not know the doctor, but you are trusting the uniform that person has. It's the same thing when you go to the airport as a passenger. You will be able to know the difference between the passengers, the other airport
crew.
employees, and the pilots. When they come in, and in the whole world, in all airlines, it's like this, they all compete on the dressings. And you will be able to know that this is the crew that's going to fly us today. So that's the first thing that's going to give you the confidence. The way they dress will give you the first confidence. Because if someone just gets into the cockpit with rags, you will lose the confidence. That's the first thing. But when someone comes now, okay, and when it comes to the epaulets or the stripes that we have, yes, it shows the ranks that the people have. When you first join the school as a student pilot, you will be given one. Then when you get your second license, that is the private pilot license, you'll be given 2. Then you go to commercial pilot license and you'll be given 3. Now when you are given 3, you'll be able to know that this is a CPL holder, commercial pilot license. Then some, before they join the airlines, because airlines, they may require some hours that you must have flown before they employ you. So some people may try to do an instructor's course, so that they do instruct students in schools as they also accumulate more hours. So such an instructor will be given 4. But now when that instructor leaves the school as an instructor and joins an airline and he is employed as a first officer, he will be given 3 again. The 4 will be reduced to 3. And you will continue flying that airline with 3 until such a time, now when you will be promoted again as a captain, and you will be given 4. So 4 is for the captain.
And 4 is the maximum?
Yes.
There's no 5?
No.
Let's go back a little bit back about the Captain Abdirahman. Who is he?
I am someone who comes from Mandera County.
Okay, I thought you were from Wajir.
Mandera County.
Okay.
Raised and I went to school in a place called Rhamu, Mandera County, Al-Hidayah Primary School, which was an integrated school where I did my madrasa, my primary school, my Quran. Then I went to Sheikh Ali High School. So Sheikh Ali High School, then when I finished Sheikh Ali High School, I joined the University of Nairobi to pursue political science. And I joined JUST to do international relations and diplomacy, degree and masters. So while I was still pursuing the degree, I developed an interest in aviation. Then I joined 99, which is just here in Wilson, to do my aviation. Then after that, I joined the airline as a pilot, as a first officer, in which I grew until now I got the rank of captain.
Wow. I have a lot of questions personally regarding aviation. My first question will be, I think you have told us about your journey and how you became a pilot. Before I go to my personal questions, not even for the audience, how was your first solo flight? What was like?
Okay.
You are alone in the cockpit because you used to be having an instructor there. Now you are alone in the skies. How was that feeling?
The first solo flight that you make is both an excitement and nerves. So you become very much excited at first. You're not sure. But of course, when the instructor is releasing you for your first flight, you must have done a lot of rigorous trainings. Yeah, they must have confirmed that you can do all maneuvers. In case of emergencies, you can handle them. Yourself in the aircraft alone, with the other seat empty. That's what it's called.
Even the whole plane, or is
Of
just
course, it's only you and the aircraft.
no crew, nothing, no friends?
It's only you.
That's very scary.
The aircraft, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the first flight you will make, which is called solo flight. It's an excitement. It also puts a lot of sense in you that now you are taking a leadership at a different level. Now you are the commander of this aircraft. There's a lot of leadership and responsibilities that now lies with you.
Okay.
So it's an excitement, I can say. And of course, after you make your first landing from that flight, you feel it's now an achievement. It's a first milestone.
I see people being poured water. What does it signify?
It's symbolic actually of achievement, an achievement. It's
Okay.
the first achievement that you make in aviation.
Okay. For the solo flights, how long does it take? Like, are you supposed to go maybe for 30 minutes, 1 hour?
What happens?
Or how far are you supposed to go?
What happens normally in the first solo flight? You will only be allowed to do one takeoff and landing, which may take about 15 minutes.
Okay.
But generally, for you to qualify for the final examination, for you to get your private pilot license, you must have done 5 solo flights, in which you were just doing in the circuit. And what I mean is the touch and go. Then another 5 solo flights that you have done cross countries, that you have gone away from that airport to another town or something like that, around 5 hours alone again.
So for solo flights, I think it's only applicable for the small planes, can I say? Not for the commercial ones.
No, it's a small trainer flights.
Small flights.
Yes.
Small ndeges.
Yeah.
I see some different kind of ndeges.
Yes.
Aeroplanes.
Correct.
Small ones with, I think, one, I don't know, what do you call that?
Engine.
One engine. And then you come to Bombardier. Maybe you can explain to us different types of, from the training
Yes.
up to the commercial, the different types of aeroplanes.
Very good. Okay, when you first join the training school,
Yes.
all the trainings are done on a single engine aircrafts, the smaller ones. They are cheaper to maintain, cheaper to handle. So those are the ones that any pilot, whatever aircraft you might be flying today, must have gone through those smaller ones.
What's the name of it?
There are different types, but the ones that are commonly used in our areas are called Cessna 172, 152, Cessna 150. Those are the ones that are normally used. And in the whole world, generally, those are the ones that are mainly used. So these ones, when you do them, and until you get your commercial pilot license,
Yes.
you can now opt to continue with single engine or go to multi-engine. Of course, the charges are different. So when you're doing training on the multi-engine, the charges are higher than the single engine aircraft. So if you opt, maybe because of financial constraints that you have, if you opt to continue with single engine, you can do training on like the ones we call caravan, that carry about 12 passengers or something like that, single engine aircraft. The ones that normally go to Masai Mara, these places. So you can do that one, and you can still commercially fly those ones, and you will earn as a pilot flying those ones. So when you are able now to pay for yourself for the multi-engine, you can now go and do the multi-engine training.
Another training?
Yes, for the multi-engine training. So when you do that one, it will be reflected in your license that you can now fly multi-engine. You can handle an aircraft with more than an engine. And that's now what prepares you for the bigger aircraft with more than one engine.
The one for the single engine, the license is different. What's the name of the license?
The license is not different, but what is reflected in your license is that you can only handle single engine.
Single engine. About the intensity of the training, is it very intensive? And how long does it take?
Normally, the private pilot license is supposed to take about 6 months.
Only?
Yes. Then the commercial pilot license is supposed to take about 12 months.
Okay.
But it might not be logical because of sometimes weather issues, financial issues, examination issues. The training is so intense, it's rigorous, it's not easy. You will be pushed to the limit because what is being trained in aviation, what we say is you must be equipped with 3 things that I can abbreviate as ASK. ASK is attitude, skills, and knowledge. So you are being trained on your attitude, your skills, and your knowledge. So you'll be pushed, so that you will be structure confined, that you are someone who can handle pressure. You are someone who can handle emergencies. When the things are tough, how are we going to behave? you will be given a lot of instructions. Are you going to take them? Or are you that kind of a person who is anti-authority? So these are the attitudes. Then skills. And the skills, aviation, I can say, especially when it comes to licensing, is one department or place that I can say has got zero tolerance to corruption or bribery. Because you now, maybe you are the licensing officer, or you are the examiner, or you are the instructor. You must train this pilot to an extent that you can trust them with your mother. You can trust them with your life. Because life is the most expensive thing that we all have.
True.
We all say if a doctor makes a mistake on his patient or her patient, they may kill one person, not including themselves.
Yes.
But a pilot will kill hundreds of persons,
Including themselves.
Wow. So that's why this person, you must say by the time you're releasing this student, you can confidently say, this person can fly me.
Or
this person can fly
my parents.
My mother. That's it.
True.
So that's how rigorous and extensive it is. So it's zero or near zero tolerance to corruption.
Wow. Someone was telling me, personally, I hate flying. Every time I have a flight, I feel like, I don't know, I have all of that anxiety and I don't want to fly. I think the longest flight I've taken is to the US. I think it was 21 hours from here to Amsterdam to Minneapolis. And coming back, I was thinking like, how are you going back? So personally, but one of the person in the aviation was telling me, actually, aeroplanes are safer than cars. Is it that true?
It's very true. Safety is paramount in aviation.
Yes.
And every time what we think about is the safety. Safety is never compromised in aviation. That's why you will find this aircraft has got maintenance team. Today, maybe when you were driving from your house, did you check your car?
No.
You just got into the car?
I didn't even check the tires.
Exactly. But in aviation, that doesn't apply. The maintenance team check. They say the aircraft is ready to fly. They hand it over to us.
Every trip.
We also do again a walk around. You have to check into detail, both external and internal. We do every check into detail. And if there is anything that you doubt, you don't take your problems into the air. Number two, these aircrafts that carry passengers of more than 19 passengers or more, you find they cannot be flown by one pilot. It's a multi-crew. All these things are measures that have been put in place to make sure safety is never compromised.
Wow.
Trainings are conducted. A pilot is always a student. Always. You should always be ready to be on books and on trainings. You might be wondering, as a person who has been flying for 30 years, can today be told again, you failed in your exams today? That's how dynamic it is.
Because of the new planes, new technologies?
And trainings.
Trainings.
So if you are not on books, it will leave you. If you are not with the current situation, then the aviation is going to leave you.
Whenever there's a new aeroplane, I don't know if I'm using the right word, in the market, so the pilot has to go for new training.
Correct. Okay, no, we may not say so. What happens is, if there is new, in aviation normally, we learn from incidents and accidents. Today, if a certain incident happens somewhere, it will be thoroughly investigated. And it's not to apportion any blame on anyone, but just to learn from it, so that we don't have a repeat of the same. So what happens is, the outcome of that investigation will be shared. If a training must be conducted, it will be done again, across. You will find a lot of things in aviation that has been changing. It's just from incident to accident that happened. And that's now where also safety comes in. That's how the previous question of how safe it is. It's very safe. Even the way it is designed, there are a lot of redundancies. It's not like you lose an engine, then that's the end of life. No, you must still be able to bring that aircraft back and you bring these passengers on ground safely.
With one engine?
With even no engine.
With no engine?
Yes.
Is that possible?
Yeah, very possible. So all these are measures that have been put in place, trainings that have been conducted. We do our trainings after every 6 months, ourselves today. After every 6 months, we do training so that you always become current. Because when you are flying these aircraft, for 6 months maybe, you have not handled an emergency. But after, so that means you have to go back again to train and do emergencies. If there are new things that have come up in aviation, you will again include it. So it's a continuous training.
Okay.
That's why safety is never compromised.
What are some of the emergencies that normally occur in the aviation?
Engine failure happens, engine fire, so it's an emergency that happens. Some small technical problems happen. And all these things are things that have been trained. Both the pilots, the cabin crew, they are all trained to handle these emergencies.
What was one of the most scariest incidents that had maybe happened to you while you were in the skies?
I cannot say maybe I have had a major incident or a scary thing. It all depends on how you take it. When you're saying we are trained to remain calm when there's an issue. For example, if you lose an engine, if we tell the passengers,
engine is out,
we have an engine failure.
Yes. Chaos.
You now as a passenger on that aircraft, if we say we have an engine failure, how will you react?
I'll start praying and making noise.
You see? But the pilots might not be reacting the same way as you react. They'll just secure the aircraft, handle it nicely. When everything now is under control, is now when they will brief the passengers that we have a small technical problem and we are going back. For example, you may find the way we are trained, you might be able to tell the passenger that you have a small technical problem, we have to shut down one engine, but the aircraft is capable of flying even with one engine. But the company,
even without engine?
Yeah,
that's new to me.
But the company procedures state that you must go and land with the nearest airport, so we are going back. So with one engine you still come back and land. It's not normal that you lose both engines. It rarely happens, unless maybe you have a fuel starvation or something. It doesn't normally occur. Efficient it is on the systems. So I cannot say I had bigger issues, but maybe we had issues where now you have to handle some emergencies, that's medical emergency of a patient on board, maybe some landing gear problem, and you still have to manage the aircraft, come back, try. Of course, when you come back, engineers check and then they tell you it's now okay, you can go back. Some passengers will listen back.
Yes.
They say, no, we cannot, you see. So it happens, and then you still have to manage all those situations. But I don't see a bigger major problem that I've ever had.
Every time I fly to Wajir, I don't know if it's only Wajir or even Mandera, there's sometimes we experience turbulence. Does it mean anything? Like, are we supposed to be scared? Personally, I get scared whenever there's a turbulence. Or is it caused by the wind, or what's the cause of turbulence? And is it normal?
Okay, it's normal. You should not be worried about turbulence. We have different types of turbulences. And the one that you may have encountered might be what we call clear air turbulence. Clear air turbulence, although normally it happens at higher altitudes, is a turbulence where you might not have an indication or a prior warning to it, like a cloud or something. It's a clear skies, just like today up there. You don't anticipate turbulence, but out of nowhere you just get into it. That kind of turbulence is caused by what we call sudden wind change, wind direction and speed change. At a point maybe where the wind direction and the speed changes. So it's not something that should scare anyone. They have got different levels. There is moderate, there is severe, light, or extreme. So extreme cases might bring some structural damage to the aircraft, but you will not fall.
Don't fall.
You won't fall. The other turbulences, like frontal turbulences, where maybe a warm air meets cold air. Also, you may experience that kind of turbulences. In thunderstorm, where we have updrafts and downdrafts, you will also experience. But in such places, we have prior warnings. We have systems that can also show us. And we try our best to avoid where there is severe turbulence that's expected.
Do clouds create turbulence and mountains? Can you fly over a mountain?
You can fly over mountains. Yes, it's part of the turbulences that we have. Mountain turbulences is also one of the turbulences that we have. For example, that's normally there's that friction that happens between air and the earth that can bring about turbulence, but it's not much. So you can fly over them.
Is it expensive to go to a flying school? And how expensive? Personally, I believe it's very expensive. Is it expensive? That's the first question. Second question, for someone who is in high school right now, listen to you. Are they supposed to learn geography? Are they supposed to learn physics? Do they need, like a university, do they need a mean grade of C+? What are the basic requirements for them to join from, let's call, or even maybe you don't need a high school certificate. Let's start with the expensive ones. Is it expensive and how expensive? Let's say the one engine, the small one, the Seska.
Yeah.
Is it expensive? The one you said 6 months?
That's private pilot license.
Is it how expensive?
It's very expensive. It's a very expensive.
And why is it expensive?
Aviation is generally expensive. And even to buy that one aircraft is very expensive. The smallest one is very expensive. So for the school to buy, to maintain, to pay instructors is very expensive. They normally use what's called aviation avgas, which is also expensive than this one. So in trainings, yes, it's very expensive. In some places, you might be told when you are solo, you'll be given the aircraft, it's $100. But with an instructor, it's $180. But I think in our areas, it's just normal. You pay this a certain amount that you pay for this aircraft. I think currently it's about 210 or something like that dollar. It's about almost 30,000 there, about shilling per hour. So what we count here is the hour. Yes, when you first join, it will also answer your second question. You need in Kenya, you need high school certificate.
Grade?
GCSE,
Grade?
C plus mean grade and above.
Okay.
C plus in mathematics and English.
Wow.
Geography and physics, in some countries it might be mandatory, but not in Kenya.
Kenya is mean grade C plus and mathematics C plus.
And English.
And English.
Correct. And you will find that some airlines, if you join them even with so many hours, or you want to join them, after maybe you have worked in some airlines for so many years, then you want to go to some other bigger airlines, they might still be interested in your high school grades, not about the experience that you come here with now.
Even for the smallest aircraft, I need a C plus.
Any training for you to get the first license, it's called student pilot license. SPL, that is the first license that you get. So for you to get SPL, student pilot license, that is the main grade that is required, C plus. And then C plus in mathematics and English.
What if I have C plus in English, C plus in mean grade, but I don't maybe meet the threshold for mathematics? What happens?
You can do bridging or something like that. That might be accepted by some schools. But now, when you finish and you have your commercial pilot license, it depends now on the airline that's going to hire you, because they will still check what you had in high school.
I always keep telling high school students, the grade you are getting at Form 4, it will follow you until you do a PhD.
Very true.
Even if you are being employed with your degree, you'll be told Bachelor of Degrees, Bachelor of XYZ, and a mean grade of. So I normally tell them.
Today, if you join a certain airline with so many hours flying experience, with a degree, with a master's.
I thought anyone can just join.
No. So if you had less than the requisite grades, then that's it. They may not employ you. So depending on the demand that's there for the pilots.
Wow.
So it might be a criteria that they can use to see who should they take and who should they not take. So it's very important. High school grades that you acquire are very important. But if you had the passion to be a pilot, but you could not attain the grades, all is not lost. You can still go to some other countries where they're just interested in your high school, but not the grades. Those grades might not be applicable, and they will still train you, and you may end up still flying. There are some people who will join aviation just to have the private pilot license, just to fly by themselves. Because what private pilot license means is that you can fly yourself, you can fly your family, friends,
not commercial.
but you cannot fly to be paid.
Okay.
That's what it means. So if I may go back to the question, yes, you come from high school with that certificate. You can join aviation even at 17 years. You will be given the student pilot license, but you cannot be given the private pilot license until now you are 18 and over and you get your ID or whatever. Then when you join, you do your private pilot license. That's now the second license you are going to have after the SPL. Then you go to the commercial pilot license. Commercial pilot license now means you can now be hired. You can be paid to fly.
You are paid by hourly?
Not per hour.
Per trip?
No, it is salaried.
Okay.
Yeah. So if an airline hires you, you are salaried, you are in payroll. But maybe the other one you're talking about might be a per diem or something like that for the flight that you do. So that's how it does.
If I want to do the single engine, let's say
geography and physics are added advantage.
But not must.
When it comes to the theory and the classwork.
Okay. Because I know geography must be there. If I want to do the single engine, the small one, let's say Seska, personally, for example, if I come to, how much should I have money in terms of monetary? And number two, which is the cheapest country to go and train? Maybe South Africa. I'm told some people go to South Africa, some people go to the US, some people go to the Canada, some people do it here. One, which country is the cheapest to go and train? And number two, the small one, how much should I have for me to be trained in the flying school?
Okay, if I may try to break it down.
Just roughly idea. Yeah.
Yes, if I may break it down. Like now the private pilot license. There is nowhere that is cheaper than the other in the whole world. In fact, you might even be getting into other unnecessary expenses. For example, if you go out of this country to South Africa and other places, you are not home. So you'll be spending more. But now, luckily, we can do all those trainings here until you have your commercial pilot or even ATPL. They are all done here locally. And there is no way in the world that's cheaper than the other. It's almost the same everywhere in the world. The private pilot license or even the commercial, those hours, there are hours that are required for you to get this license. And what you are charged are the hours. Ground school might be cheaper. For example, $1,500, $2,000, something like that. You might be able to go to a ground school. Ground school is about 3 months.
The theory part.
Yes.
And maybe simulations.
Yeah, so after 3 months, you will be examined internally. You will pass 8 subjects. So when you pass, and the pass mark is 70%. So if you get 100% in 7 subjects, and you get 69% in 1 subject, you cannot proceed to the next level.
You have to do all the subject, or you do that subject?
All. Okay, that one. You must do that one and attain 70 and more. Now when you do that, you again do an exam with Civil Aviation Authority.
That's the examining body.
It's computer-based exam. You do, it's a computer-based. You don't have to interact with any human being there.
It's virtual.
Exactly. Then you do the exam, you pass, you go and do your flying hours. Now where the flying comes now, per hour, now what is charged? For you to get private pilot license, the minimum required hours are 40.
40 hours?
Yes.
And you be charged per hour?
Per hour. So if it's $210 per hour, times 40. That's not what you will be charged. But of course, it's not easy for someone to get the license with exactly the 40 hours. That's the minimum. So let's say maybe up to 50 hours, including the examination, the revision, and whatever. So up to 50 hours time is that amount of money. Then you want to continue, of course, and there will be examination fees, which is just not that much. Then when you want to proceed to the commercial pilot license, commercial pilot license again, per hour, times 210.
Wow.
You see? And for you now to get the commercial pilot license, you must have a total of 200 hours, including the hours that you had in the private pilot license, whether it was 40, 50, or 60. But now, accumulatively, you must have 200 hours. And the 200 hours, of the 200 hours,
You have to pay per hour.
100 hours must be solo out of the 200. You must have flown alone.
100 hour.
Yes. You must have flown alone. You must have been flying maybe from Nairobi to Mombasa, back from here. That's how you get your hours. Solo flight. Then, so 200 times this amount of money. Then the multi-engine, normally 20 hours to 25 hours. Time is $600 per hour. So now you have a rough idea of how much it can cost you.
I don't want to go to piloting. I'm done.
So you see?
That's expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive, but it's not something that you pay
I want
at once. If you have, for example, $2,100, you can fly 10 hours. And you go, you look for money, you come back again, you fly. So that's why some people may take longer to finish their course, financial constraints. But normally, you normally say it's not about the money, it's about the passion that is driving you. I can remember in the old days, the first few people that we had as pilots from the Somali community, specifically, they used to do fundraisings for people to do pilot. If we were sending one person to do pilot, then we used to do fundraising.
The whole community.
Exactly. Or even the whole region. We used to do fundraising for one person, two persons, like that. But these days, maybe people might be able to raise that money, or even few individuals might be able to raise. So it's not about the money. The first thing that comes in is the passion. Because we have seen a situation where some students, their parents were able to raise the whole amount of money. They put it in the account, but the students are never there. I've seen a situation where a parent had to come to the school asking the school, why is my child not finishing?
It's like a high school.
And then the instructors are telling them, you have never seen this one. It doesn't come. So the passion comes before the money.
Okay. So let's do the math for the single engine, rough math, for the single engine, the private license. It's called private?
Private pilot license, PPL.
Yes. Let's say I want to do it in 6 months. You said 6 months and 12 months, right? How much am I supposed to raise today for me to join the school tomorrow for the 6 months? Let's include the ground training and also the flying hours.
I think that should be about $10,000 to $15,000.
Everything?
With that, yeah.
10,000?
Yes.
That's
the PPL.
Maybe 1.5 million?
Yeah, thereabout for the PPL. PPL is cheaper because the hours are less.
I'm joining that one.
Because the hours are less.
That one I'm joining. Okay. Yeah, that one is manageable.
Yeah.
Are there scholarships?
Recently, I did not see them. So. But maybe the opportunities are there in the world if someone maybe tries to develop. Yes, in some instances, maybe you may find some airlines that will train you from zero.
Yes.
Then they hire you. They bond you for some years. So that may happen. Like now, for example, maybe in Ethiopia Airline or some places, you may find such cases happen.
Okay. Finally, maybe you can walk us through a typical day for a captain.
Okay. In the morning, if you have a flight that day, when you wake up, the first thing that comes into your mind is one term or one tram. One term.
One term.
One term is not the political one that we have.
Because people are watching and we're going to be sued for that. One term is not for political.
One term.
Disclaimer.
So the one term in aviation, of course everyone has got their own mnemonics, but some people may use that one. One term or one tram.
One tram.
Yes.
Okay.
The W stands for weather. So when you wake up in the morning and you know you have a flight today, you look at the weather. What are we saying about the weather today? Is it good for us to fly? Does it allow us to fly? Then you check what is given, the weather information that is given.
Where do you get the weather information?
We have from the meteorology department. It is normally shared. We can also access it from our systems. Then you check. The people at the office, you have dispatchers, the operation team. That's also what they do. That's their job. They always check every day. So they share with us. So you check your weather. Does it allow us? For example, you want to take off from this runway. Visibility is an issue for you to take off. There are limits that are given. The manufacturer of the aircraft gives a certain limit that they tell you, if you cannot see these meters of the runway, then you cannot take off. The company that you're working with, every airline has got its own. That it says also, if you cannot see these runway, these meters, you should not attempt a takeoff. Then the state also mentions that this is the limits we have. So this is the one of the things that you check. For me to take off from this runway today, what is it? Did it rain? What is the condition of the runway? For example, if I reject the takeoff, what is the condition? What is my braking action because of the runway's condition? If I take off with one engine, what is it going to happen? What is the weather en route? If the weather is too bad and it allows me to take off but I cannot come back, what is my alternate takeoff departure? Because I cannot come back. I can take off from Nairobi, but I cannot come back if I lose an engine. So what is the immediate airport that I can go, and how was the weather in that place 1 hour before and 1 hour after I take off? These are now weather that you check. Then A, one term. A stands for aircraft status. What is the condition of my aircraft? Is it flyable? Is it good? Does it have any defects? You see? Then you check NOTAMs. N stands for NOTAMs. NOTAM means notice to airmen.
Notice?
To airmen.
Yeah?
Airmen.
Airmen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Notice to airmen, for example, if a runway is closed, if a taxiway is closed, all these things are notices that are given to us. And normally it's coded. Then they will say it's going to be closed from this time to this time, from this date to this date. So you check today, do I have any NOTAM? Because you have to familiarize yourself with this airport. Do I have any NOTAM? Are they going to close and what time? Okay. So then you check the routing. If you use the R in it, which route am I going to take today? What is the departure procedure for this? Do I have obstacles around? And what is the clearances that I can take? You check all these things. Then you check again, any miscellaneous around. So these are the first thing that you check that day. Am I safe? Which means, am I also healthy?
Mentally?
What is my mental condition? What is my stress level today? Can I fly? Am I good to fly? When you check all these things, now you come to the airport. When do you come to the airport? You must give yourself enough time before the departure time. You should not be coming to the airport running. You already have the passengers on board.
Like a passenger.
No. That's why you will find pilots coming earlier, while you even checking in or before that. They stay in the aircraft, they check the aircraft, they do the walk arounds. You sit down, you do your preparation, your performance calculations, your fuel requirement, everything. When you know now, and you ask your crew, are we okay today? You check everyone's condition, their health condition. Are they okay? Our license is up to date. Are we able to fly as a team? That's now when you say, we are now ready to fly. So you must bring your head from the outside environment to the
cockpit now.
And prepare yourself that way. Then when you do the flight, you must make sure you safely take your passengers to the destination, or of your cargo pilot, your cargo. You go to your destination. You check again your aircraft.
Same routine.
Yes, are we okay? You come back. And that is a typical day of a pilot.
When you're in the cockpit, before you hit the runway, you must be cleared by the
ATC.
Air control?
Yeah.
Tower control. Traffic control.
Yeah, traffic control.
Okay. I think a few days ago there was an incident that was about to happen, but it never happened. I think it was at Heathrow, where there are two planes almost. When you're out there, there are so many, there are thousands of aeroplanes. For example, you are flying to Mandera. When you check at the windows, normally I don't see other airplanes. Is there a route, or is there a level, height, attitude that makes sure that on your route there's no incident that's going to happen? What do you use up there?
Okay, there are so many measures that have been put in place to make sure no collision, air collision. And among these, we have what's called semicircular rule. The semicircular rule is if you are heading, you are taking from 0 all the way to 180 degrees in the compass, you will be taking an odd number. For example, you are going towards east, so your heading happens to be any of those angles. So what will happen is you will be given maybe 11,000, 13,000, 15,000, 17,000.
Who's going to give you?
Traffic controllers. If it happens that maybe traffic controller mistakenly tells you, and you know that this is your heading, and he tells you, for example, you are cleared flight level 180, 18,000 feet. You have to ask, is it non-standard?
What does it mean?
So from there, is it non-standard? For example, are we deviating from the standard, which is an odd number?
Yes.
If you are taking from 180 all the way to 360, that is the westerly direction. For example, you're going to Eldoret at this side, you will be given an even number. So what does that mean? When I'm going towards east, I am, for example, at 17,000 feet. The aircraft that's coming from east, it's going towards west. It should be on an odd number, even number, which is maybe 16,000 or 18,000. So at one point, there is separation between me and that aircraft of 1,000 feet.
What if both of you are going to the east?
If you're going towards the same direction and you are close to each other, you cannot be assigned the same level. For example, both of you are going to the same direction. There's a difference of 2 minutes or 3 minutes. You will be given 18,000. If you request 18,000, if I request 18,000, I will be told 18,000 is not available. Take 16,000 or 20,000. So separation again will be the ones that are going towards the same direction. Separation is a minimum of 2,000. The ones that are converging, it's about 1,000 difference. That's one. Number two, we have what's called TCAS, Traffic Collision Avoidance System, which was under progression from 1981 all the way to 1996. It was developed. So this is technology that was developed. And TCAS is a computer-based system that uses sophisticated algorithms. And what it does, it calculates the distance between your aircraft and the other one. It will tell you the altitude of the other aircraft. It will show you, are they descending, are they climbing, are they maintaining a certain level. And then they will give you warnings. And this one now, they are independent of the ATC's clearances. You must follow again. So this one supersedes anything else. So it will even give us advisory. An aircraft is coming closer to you.
What's the distance? Maybe it can detect.
About it can detect depending on the aircraft. Some aircraft is 15 miles, 30 miles, some are 80 miles. But now what happens is, and you can see, but now when they come closer, about 10 miles, the color will start changing. The color they are giving you in the screen. It solidifies. It comes closer, then you will be given advisory. You may hear traffic, that's it. If it comes closer again, depending on the speed again of the aircraft, or if you are descending, the rate of descent at which you are descending or climbing, it will give you again what's called now resolution. It will tell you climb, climb. It's a computer, it talks. And you must immediately follow its instructions. But of course you will inform ATC that you have TKSRA and you are responding to that. So once you are out of it again, you come back to the pre-assigned. So these are systems that have been put in place to make sure no collision that happens. The other ones that happen normally around, where now around the airports, aerodromes, where now traffic gets higher. We have the ATC, and you see we have different frequencies, different controllers. It's not the same controller that controls you all over. For example, when you're coming from somewhere to Nairobi, once you come into the FIR or Kenya border, the other country from which you're coming will hand you over to that country, Kenya. So there's a controller. That controller will be with you all the way until now you request for descent. When you request to descend and you come to a certain altitude, he will hand you over again to approach. Approach will again hand you over to tower. When you land, tower will hand you over to ground. In some airports, even the ground is too big. So each taxiway has got a different frequency or controllers, so that you don't jam the whole frequencies. So these controllers, we always communicate to them. They give instructions. Where you are not able, you have to advise them that you are not able because of this and this. And always for our communications, we use what we call 5 Ws. Who are you talking to? That's what you start with. And who are you? Where are you? What is your intention? What information do you have? These are the 5. And this is now what keeps us together. And you must, that's why now I'm telling you, and I was saying aviation is all about leadership. You must be able to understand the authority. You must be able to be someone who can take authorities and instructions. So you listen to them, you take the instructions. If you are not able, and this is what made aviation very safe. There is no collision or a miss. We don't have a situation where maybe we have so many incidents. So that's how the communication between, and we have got standardized phraseologies that we all use. So that's how we do our communications.
So from today on, if I'm flying, I'll just be comfortable, whether there's turbulence or not.
You should be sleeping.
Yeah, thank you for assuring me that. There's another question of autopiloting. We are told once you get to certain altitude, now you put it on autopilot and then you go to sleep. Is that something that happens?
You can sleep.
Or maybe let's say the first officer, second officer, and the pilot, they can all sleep.
The autopilot is an automation. This aircraft is equipped with. It is there to help the aircraft, the pilots relieve. They relieve us because you can't be handling an aircraft for all those hours. So the autopilot is a pilot that is helping us. But this is a machine. So you should be able to control. The machine, it will take whatever you put in it. It will not do its own thing. And what we normally have, this is a system. And if there's a conflict between you and this system, there will be an issue. You should be able to understand your system. You should have been trained on how to use this system. You should be able to understand what is it talking about.
Yes.
The aircrafts, some aircrafts are designed to handle the autopilot immediately after takeoff, about even 35 feet from the ground. You can engage and it will handle. And of course you have computer systems that you have already fed the information. So this autopilot and the autopilot is not alone. There is a whole system of automation that is giving direction to this aircraft. So whatever you have put in your computer is now what it will be doing. For example, we have LNAV and VNAV. So it can give you, the systems can give you vertical and lateral guidance. So you will find this aircraft going all the way. It is being guided vertically and then laterally. For example, if you give a certain place, if you must be going towards the right, it will go without
it will go
without you manipulating it. It will take all the information that you put into the computer and it will follow the same. Even it can go to, if you said maybe if I reach this point, I must be at this level. It will still do the same and everything. So it will give you vertical and and lateral guidance. But in circumstances where maybe you should be manipulating this aircraft, because ATC can deviate from the normal standard procedure, departure procedure.
Yes.
So if they deviate from that, and you'll be told, for example, take this heading, the machine cannot do that.
Do it. You have to
now
do it.
you should do it. So this automation, they are there to help us, relief. But you must be there, situationally aware of what's happening. You must be able to, like now, what I was talking about, the TCAS. When the TCAS comes, and it says maybe climb or descend,
and you're sleeping,
these aircraft will not do that.
Yeah.
It is you now. You will even disengage that autopilot. That is a procedure. You even disengage the autopilot and manually climb or descend that aircraft, so that you can make that maneuver and get out of that situation.
So from the takeoff and landing, in between, the pilot doesn't have much work to do.
You have much work. Okay, when we say these two pilots, the two pilots have got different roles. There's, regardless of now the ranks, you also agree that's now part of the brief who is going to fly these aircraft. Because both are trained pilots on this aircraft. So they can both fly and they can equally handle this aircraft. That's why we have this, so that if we have an emergency, one of the pilots gets a heart attack or any medical emergency situation, the other one should be able to bring this aircraft back safely. That's how they are both trained. So these two pilots, when they are there, they share the roles. So if we say, for example, Abdirahman will be taking us to Dubai. So that means now you are the pilot flying. I will be the pilot monitoring. So I have my roles. So if we both sleep and say now we don't have much work to do, these roles will disappear. If the autopilot is the one that is flying, who is going to monitor? That's why now sometimes, yes, we can have some controlled sleep, when maybe someone may relax, the other one has to continue. But in general, in aviation, you cannot have one pilot in a cockpit, especially in the multi-crew aircraft. Because it happened before in a situation where someone was suicidal, and when he was a first officer, when the captain left the cockpit, he locked the cockpit from inside and he crashed the aircraft with more than 200 passengers or something like that. So it is not, you should not, if someone has got a problem, then the other one has to communicate immediately and say what is the problem. He has to ask for the other members of the crew for their help. They come, we bring the aircraft safely. So it's not a situation where people just sleep.
The whole, throughout the route.
It's under control throughout, and you must be stationary there and control this aircraft.
Night flying and day flying, which one do you prefer, or which is the best time to fly, especially for pilots?
Okay, everyone has got their own preferences.
Yes.
But of course, most of the pilots, you may find that they must have logged in maybe so many daytime flight hours, and they might be more confident and comfortable with the daytime, because day now is where visibility is better than night. But some may also prefer night, because night there's less traffic, there's beautiful view. But where there's cloud, where there's weather, sometimes you might even get illusions, because now if you are flying over the sea at night, it happens before. You are flying over the sea, it's night time. If you are not comfortable with that, if you have not trained your mind to do this, you may find sometimes you look down into the sea and you find maybe those small boats, and they have got some lights up there. You may think that the aircraft is upside down. You may think this is now the reflection of the stars. You see? So it is not something that everyone can be very comfortable with, but is everyone's preferences. Preferences are different. But when it comes to the performance of the aircraft, especially the bigger aircrafts, night is always good for their performance, because the temperatures are low.
In the industry, is there space for new pilots or captains? Is it saturated? Do we have a gap?
Okay, I think aviation reached highest peak at the year 2019, before the corona came in, 2020. Then the corona hit it very hard, the aviation industry. But before that, it was going so well. To an extent, some airlines had to reduce their routes because of shortages in pilots that they had. Now it's coming up again. So in the whole world, generally, there is a demand for pilots. When I'm talking about pilots, pilot is not just a pilot. If we say, for example, now we need police officers, there is that police officer that you cannot trust with even the gun that he is carrying. But in the name, he is a police officer. So that attributes that a pilot should have is very important. We may have so many pilots, but the pilots that can have the attributes that airlines require might be very few. So the demand is very high. The demand is very high. These days, the airlines are getting more, aircrafts are getting more, schools are there. Maybe today Mandera or Wajir, they have got flights every day.
Yes.
But some years back, there were no flights. So it means the demand
more destinations happening.
We didn't know. So many people, maybe if you would have asked some of your immediate relatives, they will tell you they have never boarded an aeroplane. But today, you have gone with it several times. So that's how the industry people are also trying to understand, and it's getting the demand.
Which are some of the most beautiful destinations that you have flown, maybe in your career? Place where you just look forward to, like, I'm flying to that place. And
generally, every person has got their own taste.
yes.
So some people, maybe they fancy mountains
Yeah.
or mountainous areas, others water bodies.
Yes.
I'm one person who normally likes water bodies. So I really felt very beautiful sceneries in Comoros, in Zanzibar, when you're flying over those places. Very beautiful, and you will get a lot of reflections on the creation of God and the beauty, tranquility, and the comfort that is there in water. So that's what I drive my pleasure out of.
How many schools do you have in Kenya, generally?
We have so many schools. At Wilson Airport, you will find many schools. We have 99s, which is owned by Somalis. They do very well. They do very nice trainings. That's where also I joined, and I started my aviation career. We have FTC, Flight Training Center. We have Kenya School of Flying. We have West Rift. The same many schools, just here in Wilson.
Okay. I hope I'll join one of them. And one advice to high school students, and one advice to those who are in the flying school, and maybe those who want to join. Let's start with high school. The one in Al Hidayah, Rhamu. But Al Hidayah Primary is one of our pilot schools. We are starting coding clubs. So Al Hidayah is one of our pilot schools, and we are going to form coding clubs. Yes. One advice to the people from the high school students, especially from the northern part of Kenya.
Okay, I would like to say that you must carry yourself with a lot of respect and discipline from the beginning.
Yes.
It's never too late.
Yes.
From primary, from secondary, and you should have that dedication.
Yes.
Everything needs dedication. You should have that respect that is required to the teachers, parents. Teachers are one of the people, few actually among the people. You know, normally, for example, today, if Abdinur makes an achievement, it's very few who will be happy with your achievement. Among the few are teachers. Let me tell you the facts. What I mean is, the rest might not be able to see even this goodness in Abdinur or something. When a teacher finds that Abdinur has made an achievement, regardless of the number of years that you have been out of school, that teacher will be the happiest person. They will feel that this is my product, and this is what's happening. So it's good to make yourself proud, to make yourself, your teachers proud, and your parents and everyone around you. Respect them, listen to them. They are just after your success. Some of the teachers today, if you will not have made any achievement and you meet them in the streets, they will even try to change course so they don't meet you.
They will not feel proud.
Correct. But they don't earn what you earn today. You might not even be able to give them anything. You might not have even remembered them. But they're always proud of you when you make an achievement. So in school, right from school is where now you should make your goal. What do I want to be in future? This is what I want to be. And you set your goals and you work towards them. Out of the school, you will just get what you make. What I mean is, in a class of 40 students, they will never get the same grade, but they had the same school, the same food, the same environment, the same teacher, or the same teachers. But what makes the difference is how hardworking you are. And outside world, it is the same thing that will always go with you. You set your goals, because you always say you cannot change the direction of the wind, but you can always adjust your sails.
Yes.
So you adjust your sails towards what you want to achieve. It's the same thing I was just talking about. It's not about the money. No one knows what they will be in the future, but you come with a determination and you work towards it. And you see now, you might be very lucky and God may help you and you get into what you want. But what do you want? That's the most thing, the most important thing that should come from the school. The pilots, yes. Those who are with us in the industry, there are certain standards that we all need to keep up. And these standards and trainings, you may never find an idle pilot. It's either flying, resting, or reading. That's where you should be. That's why you may find very few pilots maybe in social media or here and there. Because what we found even in social media, someone maybe writes something, just comments unnecessarily without learning something out of it. If it's learning, well and good. So you should either be on the books or learning something or resting. Because rest is also very important for a student, whether you are in high school. That's why you will find our students today, the whole of the night, maybe they are on social media, commenting or abusing someone on social media here and there. Then in the morning, they are all asleep in the class.
True.
So you should always have a lot of respect for time. The way God has designed the 24 hours is very enough for a human being. Very enough for a human being. If only you manage it to study, to relax, to rest, to do some work, to eat, it's very enough. But when we mismanage it, then you will find time is an enemy to us. So time, I always repeat that, is very important. That's why even in aviation, sometimes you will find the aircraft that's supposed to depart maybe at 3 p.m. If you come there even maybe at 2:20, you will be told, we are sorry, we close the counter.
Yes.
And the aircraft is just here, you can see it. The passengers that you would have flown with are here. So the guys are telling us, we are sorry. And they will do nothing about it.
True.
That's how important time is. 1 minute in aviation is a big thing. So everywhere you go is the same thing. So I would like to advise people to keep time and always respect time, respect the teachers, respect your books, respect yourself.
Good grades also.
Correct.
Talking about time, I know you have an afternoon flight and the interview has taken longer than we thought. Maybe lastly, one misconception about pilots. People like, what myth about or misconception about the pilots?
Maybe some people think that pilots are only government thing. Others think maybe it's just from the military, but is something that there in the civil world. The other thing, maybe some people think that some pilots are too proud to talk to the people, to mingle with them.
Yes. Maybe
there's no pride. I have seen a lot of them allowing passengers to come into the cockpit, to familiarize yourself with the cockpit. Just normal human beings. They carry themselves with a lot of humility and decorum, which is paramount. So I would like to tell the people, these are just not, of course, it is a lifestyle thing. Because even our licenses depend on our health condition.
Sure.
I didn't tell you that. Our licenses expire with your health license, health certificate. If you are less than 40 years, every 12 months we do medical checkup. Every 6 months, if you are more than 40 years, you do medical checkup. If you have an issue with medical, you will not be given the certificate, which means now you cannot also fly. So these are normal people who also take care of themselves, their health. They try to avoid stresses. You will find maybe some relatives or friends find, this guy doesn't talk to us these days, he's not there, he doesn't pick calls, he's like this. Maybe this person is trying to avoid the stresses okay, if this is what is stressing me, I avoid this. That's the only thing. But they're just normal, and it's just a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle thing. And I would like also to let people understand, yes, if you're a pilot, you should also study a lot. Leadership is there. Not studies, when I'm talking about, is not only the aviation part of it, the other world. You get other degrees, advanced. You may find some pilots are also engineers, others are doctors who have gone to medical schools. They got their degrees, then they joined again. So we have all types of professions also in the. So where you feel you can always approach a pilot, ask them. We kill the myth and the misconceptions that's going around.
True. Questions are so many in my head, but let me just conclude.
Sorry, also another myth maybe or misconception that it is a male-dominated thing. These days we have also so many ladies joining, and they can also try and do better.
Do you have Somali ladies?
Yes.
Who are doing commercial?
Yeah. Currently we have one
I'm yet to see one.
Yeah, now we have captain, who is flying.
Nice. In our conversation, we have not talking about choppers. Are they the same license or the choppers are different?
Different.
They're different.
Even the training is different.
Okay. I hope it's cheaper and less.
They're not cheaper, actually. They are more expensive.
Okay.
They're more expensive to train.
The same flying school can do the chopper, or they are different?
There are some schools who do that.
99, they do?
I'm not sure, but I have not seen them with helicopter. Yeah.
Okay, Captain Abdirahman, thank you so much. For the last 1 hour, we have been cruising at 30,000. I think it's time for us to come
To descend.
We need the landing gear now. Thank you so much. Most of the questions I've been asking, they were personal. Personally, I wanted to understand how's the aviation, but now at least I know a lot of questions have been asked very nicely and very eloquently. We thank you for your time. Stay safe in the airs. May Allah protect you. And I hope this information is going to reach the young ones, that it can be done. Captain has already done it, and he has proven that something that can, but it's very expensive. And the money, like, the community used to love each other. They used to do fundraising for abroad, studies and piloting. But nowadays, I think there's not much of it. But I hope anyone who is willing can get the right support. So, Captain, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
And we land here at this airport.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Anytime.